Alright, today we're going over how to get started with the new bottom dollar bounties DLC in GTA Online, as well as some tips. So once you log in, you can head over to the Maze Bank Foreclosures website, and from there you'll be able to purchase one of the 5 properties. So there's multiple different locations, with 4 of them being in the city and 1 of them being in Paleto Bay. Obviously, I'm just going to recommend to not go for Paleto Bay, but I will be having a separate video breaking down all the locations and letting you guys know which one is the best. I would definitely highly recommend purchasing one in the city though. If you don't have enough, then I guess Paleto Bay is the option, but I would honestly really recommend not, because most of the missions do take place in the city. So once you end up purchasing a business, you will get a call from Mod. Head over to your business and you'll be able to get started. It's going to be a nice little cutscene as per usual with the GTA Online updates you already know. And then from there, you'll be able to get started with the bounties. So head over to the office is located in the back, sit down on the computer, and you'll see on the computer screen that there's 4 different targets, with 3 of them being regular and 1 of them being most wanted, which obviously you can see the most wanted pays more. When it comes to the regular bounties, they all take place in free mode. So as soon as you start it up, it's just going to be in your, whatever session that you're in. But the most wanted is going to be in a separate private lobby, kind of like how, missions are, contact missions. So it's not going to be in free mode. So just keep that in mind. All of them could be done solo or with friends. And just know when it comes to the bounty itself, if you do end up killing them, you will end up losing a lot of money. So I would recommend bringing them in, alive. So once you go through all the missions, you'll be able to capture the bounty, put them into the bail enforcement vehicle, which is included with the business, and you'll be able to take them to your agency. And then if you end up killing them, you have to end up taking them to the morgue instead. A breakdown of these missions are kind of simple. It just has you going to a location, either like finding out some information on people or just getting the target right away. It just really depends on what it is. Usually it's like, the target's gonna be protected by a few people. Like for example, there's a mission where they're protected by the Lost MC. You just capture the target, take it back to your agency. The most wanted targets though are in more detail, where they have like actual multiple places that you got to go, different things you got to do. So it's just kind of like those interesting things that are included with that. And then when it comes to the regular bounties, they're updated every hour, but most wanted are updated every single day. So I think there's a total of around like 24 different bounties. Rockets could possibly be adding more, but that's just kind of like how the cycle is. So just keep that in mind. So the 3 regular ones are going to be changed every single hour. So by the time you watch this, it could be different from when you first seen it. But most wanted, of course, is changed every single day, probably with the daily changes and stuff that we have in GTA Online. With the vehicles that we got today, it's a total of 8. We have 5 of them on Legendary Motorsport, which is the Inverto Corvette D1, the NS Urus X32, the Uber Mach Novi, the NS Paragon S, and the Volkswagen El Savage. Over on Southern San Andreas, we have 1 vehicle, which is the Class A 70 1500. And then over on Workstock, of course, we got 3 new police vehicles, which is the Greenwood Cruiser, we have the Dorado Cruiser, and then also the Impala SZ Cruiser. Dispatch work is also available. All you gotta do is just head over to one of the police vehicles and you'll be able to get started with that. I'll be having a video talk more about that as well. But overall, it's really fun and simple too there. And something I also want to mention is that you might have noticed when you did upgrade the bail enforcement agency, you're able to pick agents, and these agents basically will be able to do separate work. So you just have to go up to them, select them, and they'll be able to do separate bail enforcement work where they're able to pay you, and this can be put in your safe. So far I did like one work for each of them, and I was able to get 18,000. So obviously it's not gonna be a crazy amount, but it's there. And then when it comes to the payouts for the bounties as well, it's a little bit delayed too, where you have to wait about 10 minutes for it to actually get into your account. So it's not gonna be right away, which makes it a bit more realistic. So that's all for this video. Just kind of want to break down and talk a little bit more about the updates. So I'll be having a lot more videos and stuff, guides and more on the channel, so look forward to that. If you aren't already, subscribe and put up post notifications, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.